All right. We are live after our Thursday night, I almost said Friday night episode of Love Island. Lots going on this episode. 4 Islanders leave, 3 new boys come in, and maybe not everything is perfect in paradise. First off, the little puppy wants to just pop in and say hi quick. Everybody, this is Dex. Dex, he's not a big fan of Mackenzie, so he's really eager to jump into the episode tonight. First off, let's dive into our 4 Islanders who are leaving. We had the vote. Top 4 couples were safe, and the bottom 3, 1 guy and 1 girl were saved. So I was really on the fence about how this vote was going to go. I felt Justine and Caleb, they are, to me, by far and away the top couple right now. And then after that, was kind of thinking, Johnny and Sally, even though they've had major roadblocks and hurdles to get over, that they would still be saved. And, Ariel made them sweat a little bit, but they were safe. And then after that, I really didn't know how things were going to go. How do people actually feel about Carrington and Laurel? Personally, I think they're good as a couple, but I've never been fully on board with Carrington. So it's hard to really get on the Carrington bandwagon no matter who he's with or how good that relationship is. So I didn't know if he would be safe, and as it turns out, he lands in the bottom 3. Connor and Moira, I had a feeling that they were going to be one of the safe couples. I just like had that vibe that people were going to go for it and save Connor and Moira. And then lastly, Kirsten and Calvin, I was kind of getting excited about that couple, and as we see now, it's no reason to get excited at all, but they end up being our final couple saved. And in this situation, you have to really feel bad for all of the new people who just came into the villa. Like they stood no chance. Out of the 4 new people to arrive, 1 survives this eviction, recoupling, I don't even know what to call it. And the other 3 get sent packing. Like Aaron and Mackenzie, there was no chance there. There was no relationship. There was nothing going on there. And not surprised at all to see Aaron and Mackenzie head out. And then we had Jalen and Sher. I think that Jalen burnt a lot of bridges with the ladies in how everything went down with Mackenzie. Whether you are on Team Jalen or Team Mackenzie, it doesn't matter, because there was that animosity, that ill will there, and really I fully expected him to head out the door. Cher, really, I never got anything from her. We saw her in a couple conversations in Casa Amor, a couple conversations in the villa, and I really didn't get much personality. I didn't get nothing from her. You see Laurel, she was really connected with Cher, and honestly, that was by far Cher's best relationship of her whole time on Love Island was with Laurel. So yeah, no hard feelings about Jalen, Aaron, and Cher heading out of Love Island, but it does feel a little unfair that they basically show up and then a couple days later 4 people get the boot, and they happen to be 3 of them. Lastly, we finally get to say goodbye to Mackenzie. I was so pumped to see her go and was just hoping that they were going to usher her out the door. But no, they gave her that half an hour so she could try to weasel her way back in with Connor and plant those evil seeds of a potential relationship outside of Love Island. I didn't like it. Didn't like the way that ended. Was hoping that we would have Connor free and clear, ready to pursue Moira, but Mackenzie had to plant that little seed of doubt just to throw a wrench in everyone's plans as she walks out the door. So even when she's not going to be on Love Island, she's still going to be part of Love Island. But let's move on. 3 new guys enter. Noah, Benny, and Bennett. Don't know whose idea it was to send in a guy named Benny and a guy named Bennett at the same time. That seems like a major oversight, but I'll be honest, I feel like these three are already having a pretty decent impact on the villa. I thought that for the most part, they were going to get blown off. Wasn't really many women open to be giving them a chance. I thought maybe Kirsten, maybe Moira, but outside of that, like who are you gonna ask? Who are you gonna ask on a date? Who is gonna be receptive to that? And it turns out the answer to that question was Selly. I thought it was weird that you have Johnny and Benny, and it looks like Benny is just like the wild version of Johnny. They have basically the same haircut, but Benny's is a lot more scruffier. You know, pretty similar builds, but Benny is all tatted up. And they're both going after the same woman. I found that a little interesting, and I was honestly hoping that he was going to ask Selly on the date, and it looks like it may shake up Paradise a little bit. You know, Johnny really put Selly in a bad position for his behavior on Casa Amor, and now, you know, maybe Selly was entering into it very playfully to say like, yeah, I'm going to go on this date, going to make Johnny sweat, but it could end up being bigger than that. You know, we're starting to see how Johnny reacts when put in the position that he put Selly in, and he is imploding a little bit. He's not having that calm demeanor and that composure that we saw Selly handle everything with. So Trouble in Paradise, we'll have to tune in tomorrow to find out. The other two boys, Noah, he went on a date with Moira, and I just don't like Noah. Like right off the bat, I don't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. Like even seeing him talk to Moira, I'm like, I don't buy any of this. Like I don't buy anything he's saying, and it's just a person who just rubs me the wrong way. And I just am not liking him so far, but he is in with a shot with Moira. You know, she's not really coupled up. She's kind of exploring things with Connor, but obviously open to other guys coming in. But we will have to see where she goes with that. She seems like she likes Noah and likes Connor, mostly for different reasons, and could go either way when the next recoupling comes around. Lastly, we have Bennett. Bennett asks Kirsten out, and Kirsten almost seemed like she was just head over heels with this guy immediately. It was kind of wild to see, because that doesn't seem like the person that we know when we're talking about Kirsten. She hasn't really reacted that way for anyone her whole time on the island. So maybe this is the guy that she was waiting for, and we will have to see where that relationship goes. You know, she already sat Calvin aside and said, hey, look, I view us more as friends. I'm still open to be flirty and see if more can develop there, but ultimately I'm going to be pursuing other guys, and by other guys she meant Bennett. So looks like we're probably going to have at least one of these new guys manage to work their way into a couple, which is good to see, because overall the villa was getting quite settled. You know, we were talking about three very locked in couples, and with only really 5 couples floating around in the villa most of the time. That's like 60% of our people on Love Island, and like one more couple and it gets to be a real boring show real quick. So I'm going to wrap things up there for our recap tonight. If you're out there watching, I really appreciate it. Trying these live streams, see how they go, so I can get to you even faster after these episodes. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, I'm going to keep doing them. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.